We've got an exciting new addition to the household. You've seen me drive the new Model Y before, and most recently, you followed along on my 882-mile road trip across New England. Well, we've now decided to bring one home for good. I'm getting the new Tesla Model Y rear wheel drive. It's delivery day today, and most of the legwork is already done. The reservation was placed through the app, insurance sorted, payments completed, and now it's finally time. I'm on my way to pick it up. There are plenty of incentives baked into this one, and I'm really looking forward to knocking out the last few steps. Finishing up the paperwork, doing the inspection, the handover, and a few basic tests. I'll be sharing most of my experience right here. The specs are probably familiar by now. It's the all white Model Y Juniper with the striking black and white interior. Really, the only option I added. This is the new single motor trim with a rated range of 357 miles. I'll try to show you as much of the process as I can and walk you through the standard checks I'll be doing. Of course, everyone's priorities are different. Personally, I don't get too worked up over panel gaps and little fit issues, but I'm very particular about the tires. Their quality and lifespan are crucial, especially with heavier AVs. It's small details like that and a few more that I'll be highlighting here just in case you find it useful. So let's dive in. Looking at the exterior of the car, first up is the paint. The pearl white multicoat catches the light well with a subtle metallic sparkle. I don't see any botch marks rubbing my fingers over it. There's absolutely no rough overspray. The paint seems well cured and is smooth throughout. The panel gaps have certainly become a thing of the past with Tesla. At least that's been my experience. This is one aspect I don't care much about, but even so, I see things aligned and fitted for better. The hood sits perfectly with equal gaps on either side near the headlights. There is no uneven overhang on the headlights themselves, nor do I see any dipping corners. Along the doors, the gaps are nice and consistent. I don't see any imbalance. The door handles all open smoothly and work perfectly. I feel a little more finesse in them. They sit neatly flush with no loose stickouts. In the rear, the hatch is large, with the taillights lining beautifully across the seam, with no offset edges. I find them firm and they show no wiggle. The gaps on the hatch are even across, and as you see, this is far better than the early Ys that rolled out. I don't see any loose hinges or anything of that sort. A quick look under the rear bumper shows nothing hanging out or loose, and the car looks perfectly fitted and put together. No loose clips or dangling liners, so all good down there. These are the 19-inch cross-flow wheels and they look clean, with no curb rash, and the design actually pops more in person than it does in the film here. The tires have fresh nubs on them, date codes line up with production, and inside the wheel wells, everything's properly tucked. No strange foam or liner drooping down. While we are here checking brake calipers just to see if there's any odd rust from sitting on a lot, looks normal for a new car. Moving to the charge port, tapping it open manually here, it pops open in a dash, though the hinge looks firm. No resistance or grinding. The connector pins look clean, with no sign of water intrusion or dirt inside. That's one area I always wanted to see spotless. I've always found the port door very delicate, but never seen it break, though others may have had a different experience. The trunk is huge, lifts up on its own, has solid struts that hold it in place without any bounce. It has the privacy cover on top and some very deep storage. The carpet is laid flat, seams lined up. Lifting up the lower cargo floor, all dry and clean under there. The emergency release loop is present. No leftover plastic bits or dust. The understorage is large and I see the level 2 EVAC, a J1772 adapter, and to my surprise, a NACS to CCS1 adapter as well. Tesla has really gone all out here on this car, especially as the EVAC is now only available with this car, or so I would think. The frunk is large and has a drain plug. The rubber seal around the frunk is uniform all the way around, not pinched or twisted. Inside is spotless, no leftover shipping debris. The little emergency cut loop is visible. The latch clicks shut with an even close, no need to slam it hard. This is heaps better than the previous model. Checking the doors. The mirrors swing out cleanly, handles are present, opening all the doors one by one. The front driver door swings open smoothly, hinges feel secure, no creaking. The seal is unbroken all the way around. The windows drop just slightly as they should on opening, then raise back up tight. Checking the rear doors the same way, all consistent, no extra force needed. The exterior looks fine. Stepping inside, the immediate impression is of a sharp modern look. The minimalist dash confirms there is no separation or warping. The center screen is bright and responsive with no dead pixels. A gentle push shows it's solidly mounted and rock steady with no clicks or movement. The leather seats are smooth with no scuffs or overstretched areas. Stitching is clean, the seat controls move forward and back, the lumbar support works without grinding, and the headrest fits snugly. Under the seats, the carpet is tightly fitted with no exposed foam or loose bits. The all glass roof looks perfectly clear with no cracks or chips and offers better UV protection than the previous model. I didn't opt for the optional tints. The sun visors drop down properly and light up when you open the mirrors. The back seat sits firm with no rocking. It folds down cleanly and the latch pulls and pops back up evenly. Latches are tight with no gaps along the seat backs. The center armrest drops down smoothly. The glove box opens via the screen and the hinges feel robust. Door pockets are secure. The standard floor mats fit well with no kinks. I'll add all weather mats later. Powering everything up, the center display boots quickly, navigation loads promptly, and climate control responds instantly. I blast the fan to be sure it runs smoothly. No weird rattles under the dash. I test the heated seats and tap on the steering wheel heater, which warms up in seconds. The mirrors adjust from the screen without issue. The steering wheel telescopes and tilts in all directions without catching. Testing the windows with the buttons, smooth up and down, and auto close works perfectly. Door locks cycle without hesitation. I try the horn, sharp and exactly as it should be. Headlights come on, cycling through low and high beams, with turn signals front and back blinking properly. Rear brake lights illuminate when pressing the pedal. Wipers swipe cleanly with no squeal across the glass. On the mobile app, the car shows up right away. Lock, unlock, flashlights honk, all respond instantly. Bluetooth pairs and my phone audio comes right through the speakers, though connecting the first time did take a few minutes. The charging port closes smoothly, manually here and through the app and screen. Alright, I think that's everything. The paint looks flawless, panels are tight, the interior is spotless, and all the electronics work exactly as they should. Honestly, I couldn't be happier with how this car turned out. I'm super relieved there's nothing that needs a service follow up. The interior is well laid out and the seats look fantastic. I just have to see over time how well they hold up. And just to wrap things up, this car as configured came in at $45,990 before taxes and incentives. I was able to take advantage of about $8,000 in incentives, which really sealed the deal. The delivery was completed in just 5 days from placing the order, and like always with Tesla, the entire process was handled right through the app, super streamlined. Honestly, I think this is the best value you can get right now in this segment, especially when you factor in Tesla's integrated charging network, smart route planning, excellent battery management, and the impressive range and efficiency. I am excited to share more of my experiences with the new Model Y over the coming days, from DC charging and range tests to road trips and overall ownership. Check out some of my recent videos here, and I'll see you in the next one.